We are Nerd Cult Online, and we have returned for another episode of our Pinball FX series. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Star Trek Deep Space Nine pinball table.
Captain's Log, Stardate 50682.
Growing up of the Star Trek series, Deep Space Nine was actually my personal favorite. I don't really remember much about the stories, but it does feature most of the characters I actually remember from the show, and the visual effects of the table are really cool, especially like when you get the summoning portals that are bringing in ships and things like that, and having some of the characters actually like walking out on the table. Really liked and hearing some of their voices, which hadn't heard in literal decades. But overall, of the three new Star Trek themed tables, this one is probably my favorite, just for gameplay aspect and nostalgia. It's a lot easier to hit the ramps on this table than it is on the other two. But for whatever reason, I seem to really love, or not really love, but seem to be really good at hitting that one spot next to the ramp. And but overall, like I said, this is definitely my favorite of the three Star Trek tables. And ramps are much easier to hit, same with the different points. The only issue I had is just understanding the objectives for some of the missions and exactly how to do some of them. But that's just going to come with time and practice as I keep playing.
That would be a nice surprise. One thing I'll say for the Dominion, they're punctual. No more Dominion ships can be allowed into the Alpha Quadrant.
How do we keep them out?
We're going to mine the entrance to the wormhole.
I wish they'd just attack and get it over with.
I have the feeling you're going to get your wish. Captain's Log, Stardate 50975.2. The next Jem'Hadar convoy is due in 5 days, but our efforts to mine the wormhole have already provoked a response from the Dominion, who have sent their Vorta ambassador Wei Yun to...
Of course, as always with pretty much every other table, as soon as you actually lose the ball, the mission automatically ends, and you don't really have much of a chance to recover it. So for players that are less than great like myself, definitely want to work on your ball handling when it comes to mostly just keeping it out of going off the table, and start there before you really start focusing on some of the challenges and missions in the different tables. But again, this was definitely my favorite of the three.